Hello, friends. I hope you had a great week. Today, we are going to talk about a character in music that is more common in West. It's called harmony. But before we talk about harmony, here is something that I want you to do. Click on that bell icon, click on subscribe button, and please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Welcome back. Let's talk about harmony. I have been hearing from scholars of Indian music for years that Indian classical music has no harmony. I somehow have never agreed with this and have been laughed at sometimes when I said that even Indian classical music has harmony. To prove this, let us first define harmony. As per Oxford Dictionary, and I quote, the combination of simultaneously sounded musical notes to produce chords, where a chord is a group of notes sounded together, is called a harmony. A chord with two notes is called dyad, one with three notes is called triad, and so on. Coming back to Indian classical music or Indian music performance, where there are at least three instruments in the play. A solo instrument like a sitar, or let's take a human voice concert, for example. Tabla is one of the accompanying instruments, which is tuned to the tonic note or sa. Tanpura, which is used as a drone, is playing sa and pa, or sa and ma, depending on what rag the performer is singing. So sa and ma or sa and pa are played simultaneously, thus creating more than one tone, resulting in a harmony. There. So, as we have learned, harmony is produced when more than one swar or tone, note, is played simultaneously. This word is very important. Two notes or more played simultaneously together. So, in Indian film music, it is more evident that there is chorus and other instruments that are playing a different melody in the background of the singer. It is a complex process to create a harmony for a melody, but harmony definitely adds another dimension called depth to a song. Compare this with a painting. Think of a painting of a beautiful mountain. The clouds, trees, lake, small birds, all these are adding different dimensions to the painting of a mountain. The drone of Tanpura in classical music, or guitars, violins, chorus, and all these other instruments add another dimension to the main melody of a song. Of course, the concept of harmony advanced a lot more in the West. Therefore, it would be a good idea to refer to the Western music for more information on harmony. There are chapters and chapters written in Western music theory on harmony, but we as listeners need to know only two types. A dissonant one. The dissonant one is where two tones played together create a feeling of discomfort. Dissonant. It introduces tension into music. Eventually, this feeling of discomfort has to end, and that is where the consonant harmony comes in. It resolves the dissonance and offers comfort to the listener. Related to harmony, there is one more character of music known as texture. Two more words to learn before we get into the details of the texture in music. First one is monophonic, second one is polyphonic or polyphonic. Indian music is more monophonic. Mono means one and phonic means related to sound. An example is 1000 sitars playing the same tune, or a bunch of friends singing their favorite song together in monophony. The moment one of them strums along on guitar, the music does not remain monophonic. But the guitar player, if he starts playing the same tune, then it becomes monophonic again. Even if some of the friends sang in lower or higher octave than the other singers, it still remains monophonic. Rhythmic accompaniments on tabla or drums or even clapping would still be monophonic texture. Polyphony is a musical texture that consists of two or more simultaneous melodic lines, not just tones, simultaneous melodic lines. The moment the violins begin playing a melody line that is different from the singer, the music becomes polyphonic. The moment two singers start harmonizing, it becomes a polyphony. There are two more terms. You do not need to remember them, but I just want to introduce them to you. First one is homophonic texture. It's a musical texture in which musical line is supported by one or more musical lines, like friends singing their favorite song and another one strumming chords on the guitar. Another texture is heterophony, where a single melodic line is presented or performed with simultaneous variations by two or more performers. In most practical terms, as I say, monophonic and polyphonic music are the most prominent textures that are found in music. I composed a bhajan a few years ago, I would say at least 10-12 years ago, that has many harmonies. These harmonies were created electronically by a device called harmonizer. Of course, I sang the main melody and then also sang the background melodies and then used this device to create harmony as I needed. It's an experiment. I did this just with me and harmonizer because I could not find that many singers to do this chorus part that I wanted to do. Both the dissonant and consonant harmonies are there. Please listen to it when you listen to this track. So again, the technology is about 10, 12, 15 years old. Now I probably can produce even better harmony without that instrument with just my Cubase software. But maybe we'll leave that to some other day. Please listen to this bhajan. जिस देश में जिस भेष में कहीं भी रहो, राधा रमन राधा रमन राधा रमन कहो.
जिस देश में जिस भेष में जिस हाल में रहो, राधा रमण राधा रमण राधा रमण कहो. जिस देश में जिस भेष संग में, जिस रंग में, जिस ढंग में रहो। राधा रमण, राधा रमण, राधा रमण कहो। जिस संग में, जिस रंग में, जिस ढंग में रहो। राधा रमण, राधा रमण, राधा रमण कहो। जिस योग में, जिस भोग में, जिस रोग में रहो। राधा रमण, राधा रमण, राधा रमण कहो। जिस योग में, जिस भोग में, जिस रोग में रहो। राधा रमण, राधा रमण, राधा रमण कहो। जिस हाल में, जिस धाम में, जिस गाँव में रहो। राधा रमण, राधा रमण, राधा रमण कहो। जिस हाल में, जिस धाम में, जिस गाँव में रहो। राधा रमण, राधा रमण, राधा रमण कहो। जिस देश में, जिस देश में, जिस हाल में रहो। राधा रमण, राधा रमण, राधा रमण कहो।
Friends, I hope you enjoyed this bhajan and the harmonies that I have created. Thank you again. Well, it's time for a song, a day list for you. Before I give you the list, I just want to say this, that harmonies in new film songs have become very common and they do a wonderful job now. But the harmonies existed in older film songs too. Here is the list of some of those songs for you, starting with a classic, Mukesh and Lata, Ab Laut Chale. Next one I have is Dil Tadap Tadap Ke from Madhumati. Number 3, Jaan Dhoodhata Phir Raha. Listen to the Asha Bhosle and Kishore Kumar creating harmonies with an alap, ah. Jane Man Tere Do Nayan is another classic with Yeshudas and Asha Bhosle, followed by a track that you may or may not have heard. It's by Jagjit Singh and Chitra Singh with choir or chorus. हम में ही थी ना कोई बात, याद न तुमको आ सके, तुमने हमें भुला दिया. बहुत ही अच्छी गज़ल, beautiful गज़ल. Next I have a classic again, Lata Didi's, and of course A.R. Rahman, the master of orchestration for the modern times. Diya, Jale, Jaan, Jale. Friends, thank you again for listening. I will see you next week, but before you leave, please subscribe to this channel if you haven't. Thank you again. See you next week.